KitGuru is with Lian Li at Computex 2024. Here we have Unifan version 3 and Streamer Plus version 3. The thing to look at here is the load of RGB going on and the various bits and pieces you don't necessarily first note. There are very few cables on show. And also if you look at the fans in the side intake, you'll note the top and bottom ones do not have LCDs in the hubs, and the middle one does. Previously, you had to go for all the fans of one type with Lian Li. Now you can mix and match. And the control system for the lighting and the LCD is significant. If we go across to this screen here, we can see Lian Li L-Connect version 3. We've got more of this across the room, but in essence, it's detecting the devices. They're bidirectional communications, so the devices are telling the software what they are, and then you can use the software to control the lighting and also the fan speed and any other functions built into the devices. But the extraordinary thing is that this is the fan controller. It's USB, but it's also wireless. You can either connect it by a USB port at the back of the PC in the standard way, just like here. Smash bang wallop. Or you can plug in a wired dongle and connect it to USB internally and just chuck the entire thing inside the back panel of your case. The point here is that wireless communication costs Lian Li about the same as a regular fan connector. So if you have a fan hub that has 6, 7 or 8 fan connections on it, would you believe that to them is the same as buying a whole bunch of these wireless adapters? The consequence is that you can control your PC lighting over Wi-Fi without unnecessary cables. Continuing the theme of hidden away lighting control, we have the HydroShift 360 TL AIO. This is a 360mm AIO cooler. It's installed here in the roof of the case, and when you first look at it, on the AIO side of things, you can't see hoses. You can see the hoses coming out of the pump, naturally. You can't see any fasteners securing the pump to the CPU socket because they've got like a little shroud over them. And then the hoses, if you look underneath, Rosie, vanish up the back of the radiator. How do they all connect together? The answer is they're tucked away here, and then they're routed along the side of the radiator. For this system to work, you basically need enough space for a 140mm fan. These are 120s, but when you add in the tubing, it's the equivalent of a 140. You can route them either this way or this way, so you can swap the brackets around and you get 2 of these shrouds in the package. Only one option available at launch, which is 360mm, obviously through the 120, but this is all about hiding away the tubing. Apparently this is server grade tubing. It can withstand being bent around a tight radius. Lian Li is confident it will be durable. Lancool 217, launching in about 3 months' time, priced at $119. I'm now going to rely on my Lian Li guy to pull off some covers and show us what is significant about this case. Dive in, let's see the fans at the front. Off with the mesh front panel, revealing the fans, and pressing a button on the top reverses the direction of the fans and can expel excessive dust. Have to see how well that works in practice. And then when we go inside the glass, we have a filter on the inside of the fans. This case is heavily concentrated on preventing dust from getting inside your PC. Also, you will notice this is solid and we have a mesh floor to the case. It's all about directing the airflow. Those front fans, unusually, a 170mm form factor. I've never heard of that size before. Clearly, these are special for this case. And here we have another build in the Lancool 217 with a vertical GPU and plenty of RGB bling, just to show how pretty it can be. With those enormous fans in the front and plenty of hardware on show inside the window. edge power supplies available in gold and platinum rated, both black and white. And just look what they've done. The connectors have been moved outside the body of the power supply. All the connectors you'd expect to see, including a 12-volt high power and also USB. So you can send your USB from your motherboard and then connect other devices that need to be controlled over USB, such as fan control hubs, as we've just seen, and they can use the power supply as a hub. Why would you want a power supply in this bizarre configuration? And the answer, dual chamber cases. In a dual chamber case, connecting up cables can actually be rather complicated. On the other hand, everything's out of sight. This is what the edge power supply system is all about. Absolutely fascinating. We're told this is patented as opposed to patent pending. Therefore, this is a Lian Li special. Also, worth noting, the SATA cables. Look, have you ever seen SATA connections so close together? Clearly, for SATA drives, that would be utterly hopeless. This is a conventional SATA cable for SATA SSDs or SATA hard drives. But when you're controlling devices such as fan hubs, you don't want lots of spare cabling, you want things closed up. Again, nice and straightforward, a very simple solution to an obvious problem, and Lian Li's cracked it. The A3 in association with Dan is a Micro ATX case, really cheap. Off the top of my head, it's $80. So Micro ATX, just look how compact it is. That huge graphics card, way up close to those intake fans, and in the front you can see it's a full-size power supply. The case that really grabs my attention, however, is the O11 Vision Compact. So this, as it says, is black, and this is the bare case, comes without any fans. But this built system shows just how much hardware you can install in this relatively compact case. We're told the Vision Compact is the same size as the original O11D, which was a mid-sized case, but the O11 since then has got larger and larger, literally becoming XL. This is an impressive feat of work. We've got full custom loop here, a whacking great big distro plate in the side panel, and yet it fits in without any difficulty whatsoever. Rotate it, and you can see how many fans can be installed without any difficulty. The top panel in this instance is mesh. However, Lian Li will include glass as an option. And to the left we have a white build with a huge graphics card, loads of fans, and an AIO liquid cooler in the side position. And we're going to sign off next to a demonstration of Lian Li's L-Connect 3 software. This is, they say, rather more than signal RGB with the Lian Li skin, because it fully understands Lian Li's products. However, it is heavily based on signal RGB. In fact, you need a signal RGB account for it to work. And the result, I think, looks absolutely superb. Very neat and tidy. The absolute minimum of cables on show, and the lighting is working in perfect unison. Signing off next to the Dan A3, this is KitGuru at Computex 2024 with Lian Li. It's kitguru.net on the web. We're on TikTok. And remember, like, subscribe, and thumbs up.